Imagine this is where you live. A small population, lots of grasslands, farms, and trailer parks. Now close your eyes.
Then, as the years go on, medical facilities are being built. Construction sites are at every corner. Businesses are booming, and the population is growing, leading to your hometown being called Medical City. Now open your eyes. This is Lake Nona.
To what extent have medical innovations and investments affected the growth of Lake Nona? The main factors that have affected the growth of Lake Nona are medical facilities, real estate, and business. Good morning, my name is Nidhi Patel.
Alexandra Oyster,
Lena Sufni,
Olivia Baum,
and Marlise Reyes. Hospitals have enhanced the growth of Lake Nona through its population. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the Veterans Affairs Hospital serves more than 90,000 veterans in Orlando, providing a closer proximity to the hospital and easier access to health care. The VA hospital also attracts people into the area through its availability of jobs. As you can see in this chart, over the past 3 years, staffing in the hospital has increased by almost 1,000 people. As a result, the population of Lake Nona increases as veterans migrate into the area and as more jobs are available for the people.
Medical facilities and universities have led to the development of Lake Nona. Medical research centers, such as the UCF College of Medicine, have increased the population of Lake Nona due to accessibility of education. According to the UCF Health Sciences campus, the enrollment has increased tenfold in the past 6 years since it has been open, illustrating that the UCF College of Medicine is an integral part of the growing medical city.
The rise of medical innovations and facilities greatly contributes to the growth of real estate. As hospitals building healthier communities stated, one zip code is more important to a person's health than their genetic code. This shows that proximity to medicine benefits a resident's health more than their DNA. As the quantity and quality of hospitals in an area increase, new housing must be built to accommodate those working or being treated in said medical establishments.
As depicted by the National Association of Realtors, the average price of a home in Orlando is approximately $205,000, whereas the average price of a home in Lake Nona, which encompasses Medical City, is approximately $420,000, demonstrating how the quality of homes and life in Lake Nona is much higher than the remaining of Orlando. The rising house prices, rising housing developments, and rising retail and office projects in Lake Nona demonstrates the growth of Lake Nona in terms of its progressing real estate, in which it influences new businesses, restaurants, and hotels that are being built near the medical facilities and hospitals.
Since its establishment in the early 2000s, Lake Nona has become a prosperous area through a variety of businesses and programs. As Medical City was constructed, the need for medical professionals increased, leading to the growth of businesses. Businesses such as Panera Bread are attracted to Lake Nona because of its booming population. Jill Rose, Senior Sales and Leasing Associate for Lake Nona, said, "This collection of businesses will be another great addition to our growing community, leading to the construction of a healthier Lake Nona area."
Lake Nona has also developed into a health-based community, which is an attraction for many. Dr. Saivya Malani, a chemical biologist at the Sanford Burnham Institute, felt that the neighborhood of Lake Nona had an active vibe due to the fact that the YMCA provided the community with exercise programs. In 2016, the United States Tennis Association has made plans to open a facility for athletic training. Rasesh Tucker, director of Tavistock Group, believes that Lake Nona was founded on the principles of innovative collaboration and inspiring human potential. Lake Nona also sponsors a number of events such as Tour de Cure and Run Nona, which inspire a healthy lifestyle. The medical innovations and investments in Lake Nona have not only contributed to the growth of the people, but also influences the lifestyle in which they take part in.
As opposed to Lake Nona's investments and innovations in the medical field, Detroit's investments and innovations in the automotive industry has led to its failure. According to the Huffington Post, the city of Detroit's reliance on an auto industry has led to its downward spiral of its economy and population. However, Lake Nona will not fall down the spiral due to the fact that it relies on constant human labor rather than machinery. According to the National Public Radio, the healthcare-related jobs only have a 0.3 to 14.5% chance of being replaced by machinery, whereas the automotive industry in Detroit has almost entirely been replaced by machines. Therefore, it is possible that investments and innovations could lead to failure in economy and a decrease in population. However, Lake Nona represents a strong example in which investments and innovations in medicine have led to an increase in population and an increase in economy.
Lake Nona's advancements and progress can be attributed to the significant expansion of medical resources, such as hospitals and research centers. These expansions have influenced the rise of the population, leading to the necessity of real estate and housing. This increase in population has also resulted in the flourishment of businesses and jobs surrounding Lake Nona's medical city. The combination of these factors, stemming from the innovations and investments in medicine, have contributed to the development and growth of Lake Nona. Thank you for your attention. For further information, please refer to our sources. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask now. Thank you.
Good questions.
Well, I mean,
We're going to go left to right again because there's 6 of you, so it's just easier to go that way. We'll start with you, Olivia. We've already answered that question. Can you give me a specific example of something you learned from a resource that you guys use?
Well, we used LakeNona.com, which was a collection of articles from the Company of Lake Nona, and on that website there was a lot of information about the upcoming projects like the United States Tennis Association. And so reading about that, I learned about how valuable the land in the area is and how a lot of people are interested in building in the area because it's becoming so prosperous.
All right, thank you. Naheem, tell me something that surprised you in your research.
One thing that surprised me in my research, relating to Lena's part though, is that they're making the Tyson Road even longer. So they're building businesses and developments around the school and on the side of it, and they're connecting the senior parking lot entrance, the student parking lot entrance, and they're extending that road around the back of Lake Nona High School, and they're building fast food restaurants behind it. So that shows how the increase in population near the high school is increasing the population, the amount of businesses in Lake Nona.
Thank you. Marlise, tell me how valid and reliable the sources that you used were, and then tell me how you know that they were reliable and valuable.
Well, we use a lot. We mainly use web sources, but we do use a few interviews as well. And the interviews we had were very reliable because it was one of the interviews we used. She worked at one of the hospitals, the VA hospital, and so she was a very reliable source. She was able to give us some input on what she's seen throughout the progress of her working there and through like the increase in production and what's been going on in the hospital, as well as our web sources. Of course, we made sure that they were from reliable sources. We checked who the author was, and as such.
Was there something that you wish you could have found that you couldn't find?
We were trying to find, for Lena and Olivia's part, we were trying to improve that local businesses such as like mom and pop businesses such as Sweet Mamas and Nona Blue, how they came in direct correlation as a result of the growth of Lake Nona. However, we didn't have enough, we didn't get a quick enough response from the people we were trying to get an interview from, so we couldn't include that, but that would have really helped develop our point even further.
Okay. Were there any additional questions that popped up during your research?
Yes, during my research I had questions as to how this relates to other places, if we look outside of Lake Nona and in different states. In Miley's and Needy's part, they talked about the research facilities, and I know that there are several different research facilities that are even more renowned in the nation, and I wanted to see how the cities around those are in comparison to Lake Nona and how they were growing as well.
Thank you. And last but not least, if you had more time, what more would you like to research?
Something about the environment and how this population growth is affecting the environment, and I'd like to get more statistics on that because I thought that's also an important factor in this growth process.
Thank you.